Greetings and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. And today we're talking about what we have in a new version of our game engine. It's version 44.5, and we have maximal developed some features. In new versions we plan finish the vertex animation and beginning new generation of game engine, more stable, that we possibly we to create game projects. Okay. Let's run editor and see what we have. This generation of game engine supports Microsoft Net Framework 3.5 Service Pack 1. This Service Pack actual on Windows operation systems as Vista 6 generation or 7, 8, 10 and others. If I have version 10 legally, need activate the service pack through shell console line. Okay, exist special codes that activate game engine on the distant framework platform operating system like Windows 10 or 11. Okay. These details what we have we can find by answered machine. Simple activation shell we need knowledge what key in console and we need 100 megabytes to download special files for activation service pack 1. Okay, after copying in folder to see temporary sources SXX unknown files, we need in shell PowerShell copy paste this message. In console occur installation with percentage of service pack, and we after reboot we have working engine. If not activated, we have activated service pack 1. Okay, what we have in version 44 is a major version. We have many improvements. We add features. We have resource browsers. This browser can create resources, performs manipulations with file systems, can deploy the game and can create okay, also this is working editor parts. Resource browser can create many resource types. Is possibly create texture wrapper with details. He can create maps, game maps or prefabs is tested scene templates. He create scripting. He created cinematic renderer animation. He can create 3D static models. He can create dynamic models with skeletal and in future vertex animation. He can create in future graphic interface more complexity. He can create particle system. He can create materials. He can create audio tree. He can create legend controllers and can create Dessinger documentation. Okay. If we inject a file, we receive prefabbing with simple maps. I think this test features was actual few years and so on. Okay, we can control this through resource browsers. We have number of columns resources with previous and have resource details and new now see the of script in a package. Okay. In Lawmaker is a scripting editor, 100% without programming. If scripts are not subjected through Windows, we can subject manually through editing packages. These packages primarily open and can be opened through Archiver and edited as text files and saved in packages. Okay. After realize and debugging, we can delete through resource browser, delete previews, and all game packages become invisible in editor. Is visible from Archiver but not visible from secondary editor. Possibly add previews, but is cost times for modders. Okay, we have new lexicon expressions in script and have new additions on list function collections. Okay. In timeline renderer we have collection of timeline tracks, sufficient and enough for making machinimas or cutscenes, what need to explain before auditory. Okay. Among the new features we have enough features and migration tools can make operation, make shaping when we have big scripts. Okay, what if viruses through electricity changes occurs if, for example, unworkable play button? We can edit scripts. These scripts semi HTML architecture and possibly adding case manually. This guaranteed what in this version timeline scene was rendered according to scripting design. Okay. We have some Messenger notebook. We can compose messengers. We have some packages, modes, but some simple mode is use as is scripts in packages. From alternative packages we have mode double. Okay, double mode is double packaging, is like subfolders, more secure, but also on testing in current time. We have similar package is more easy to perform game building, and we have hex. Hex is binary representation of the scripts, not understandable for human mind. Okay, if viruses through network distort this code, interpreter test sets defaults for the editor of scene on any scripts. Okay, we have texture editor. Also we can perform simple texture post-processors, post-effects, and possibly generate normal mappings. Audio tree, we add new functions. All functions is to working, and with this possibly to create and study like book editor quality, new audio compositions, or so on. Okay. In material editor we have also new expressions, new blocked script, and new flow script. Flow script see like stable alternative for this moving into next generation. Okay, in model editor we have new geometric shapes. We have new editor functions like to create a bone or add vertices to bone. In physics we have and quick code blocks. We have edit new else features and have skeleton highlighting and also simulation or wireframe. Okay. In particular editor we have also new expressions with we build architecture and adding new expressions had possibly to create for populating particular or so author's direction. If any feature not complexated, possibly create from the basics. Okay. In Legend Arena we can test prototype of actor like NCP and so on, and next releases we plan vertex facial editor and so on. Also we have under Redo simple for simple operation functions and have populating also functions. Okay. With new features that possibly we can create a new project and performing workings for creating projects what you planning. Okay, let's open this new project and at end possibly say what game development is good working, but is struggles touching all electricity is matter of construction of machine computers of electricity, and this like soccer struggle actual in all game development firms, freelancers, and if young people have a hard win to create a project, for example, to create a script timeline and represent is on the public world or local hosting. Possibly find new perspectives or use endpoint production. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks all for the watching and to the next videos.